Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is BC. Welcome back live from Miami Beach. I know I'm in the process of moving, so for those of you who are watching the video, it's a little bit messy. I apologize. We're getting things in order, right? I want to first shout out Team BC, my real estate team. We just announced that listing in Milton, Georgia, right? If you are looking for a $1.9 million mansion on 8 acres, contact Team BC Sold or me, and we'll take care of you. If you guys are interested in joining, join teambc.com. If you want to find out more about my real estate company, eXp Realty, message me at partnerwithteambc.com. And lastly, Modern Success, we have our next live event here 1 month from tomorrow here, August 28th in Miami. Really cool exclusive thing I do for my coaching members. If you want to find out more about Modern Success and why you should join, go to briancasella.com or go to the link tree bio in my Instagram profile if you can find it, because I've been so censored and shadow banned. All right. I want to talk about something today that we'll get into as I speak, right? This doesn't necessarily have a title. I was just thinking about this today because it's important, and we see this happen in society, right? And really it revolves around the mind, perception, and those things, which I talk about continuously, right? So a question comes in all the time to me and other people too about the type of content that we make. Some people want more, in quotes, advanced content, right? They want people to maybe divulge a little bit more about certain subjects. And from the outside, a lot of people wonder why, individuals who may be considered trainers, educators, gurus, whatever the hell you want to call them, right? They wonder why those individuals or companies or brands stick around the same kind of content for a long time and maybe don't go too deep into it. Sometimes they recycle the content, or, one of the reasons, right, that maybe they'll have tiers, right? They'll have products, they'll have events, they'll have coaching, and they only save a certain section of it for, YouTube and podcasts and that kind of stuff. And I want to attack that from a different angle today. Okay. Because this is the reality of the situation. I've talked about this before, but this angle is going to be different, right? Think about this for a second, right? A lot of times when I have posted other content or, discussed certain subjects, here's the first kind of attack that comes in. Now, I'm going to unpack a lot of them, right? But here's the first attack or observation or unnecessary BS that comes from people, okay? Now, I'm not saying this affects me because it doesn't, but this is in general. I'm speaking generally. Okay. So you need to make sure that you don't fall into these traps. But number two, you're not a proponent of these traps, meaning you're throwing this around to people. Okay. This is attack number one. Oh, BC, well, you're just a real estate agent. You need to just talk real estate. Stop talking about all that. Or why are you talking about this and that? Right. End of quote. So people have put individuals into a box. Now, a lot of people do it because they perceive you to be knowledgeable about a certain thing, or if you rose to fame in one realm or one subject. All right, to a certain extent, I understand those types of comments, but I'm going to unpack that from a psychological perspective here in a second. But that's the first kind of line of attack that comes, is when somebody wants to open up, give more information, go deeper, talk about different subjects that they may actually be very knowledgeable in. And I've said this a lot in regards to me. Everything I talk about, I know. Okay. And unless specifically I state my opinion on something and I don't know much about this, I'll say that up front. But when I'm talking about psychology, communication, right? Male, female dynamics, social dynamics, sales, influence, persuasion, all that stuff. Like, I'm very knowledgeable and practiced and experienced and very good at all that stuff. So I'm not just pulling these subjects out of my ass because I read one book. Okay. But I'll still get comments like that from people, and I laugh when I hear that. I really do. It's cute to me. It's like a little kid yelling at you, right? Now, but for the average person out there who trains, they don't want to hear it, number one. And number two, they can't handle it. So that's going to be one reason why some of these people aren't divulging information, or they're staying within a certain framework or box because society is literally pushing it on them that they have to be, which is really stupid. Now, I said I was going to dive a little deeper, right? Let's look at that scenario just so you understand. The reason people say that, you know why? It's a selfish reason. It's a selfish reason. They either don't agree with what they're saying if they're stating their opinion about something, which again is irrelevant and doesn't matter. Or number two, they only want that person to speak about a certain type of content because that's what they want to hear, that individual who said that. They don't give a shit about the trainer or the guru or the educator. For their own selfish reasons, they just don't want that person talking about other stuff, because they're not fitting into that person's mold of what that trainer is supposed to be like. That's literally what it is. Right? Now we see this across the board all over the place where the same accusations coming from people are in fact the same things that they're violating and they're accusing other people, right? Somebody telling you, "Oh, don't judge." Say, "Dude, you're judging me by saying that. So shut up, you hypocrite." "Oh, you can never be so sure about anything." "Are you sure about that?" They say, "Yes." And you just look at them. "Are you kidding me? You just said you can't be sure about anything. You're saying that with certainty. Come on," right? You can spot the hypocrisy in everything. It's that simple. Now, maybe those last two examples I just gave you, you never thought about them, but it's there, isn't it? Isn't it crazy? So that's kind of like the attack and angle, like number one, right? That people come with. I think it's silly, right? I don't agree with that stuff. Again, it doesn't affect me, but I believe it takes a certain kind of mental maturity to be able to handle that, right? And as I look at it from my perspective, right, I'm in a sense with this podcast trying to allow people to become aware of certain type of consumer behavior, and also for those who are a little bit more enlightened and open to different perspectives, get them to possibly realize that they may be engaged in actions that are not beneficial to the people that they apparently support, right? So that's number one, okay? Is they'll say, "You're this, you can't talk about that." All right. Here's another one. When you talk about different things, right? Let's say we're talking about different things, people will come out of the woodwork like they do with me. Let's say I present a new topic or something that maybe you would consider or the outside world would consider a little bit more advanced in regards to thought process, depth of a particular subject, something that's new, something that most people don't talk about, something that maybe isn't as popular. You bring that up like I do, you'll get attacked by people, not in the other way that I described, but this is the second one, which is people will say you've gone crazy or you've lost your mind or something to the tune of like you're messed up is what they will allude with their statements. Now, from their perspective, I guess that could be understandable because they have no, we can say, comprehension of what you're saying. They don't connect with what you're saying. In their mind and realm of possibility, what you described doesn't even fit into their map of what the world would be like. So inherently, from their position, yes, it makes sense that they would believe that you're crazy because they can't conceptualize what you're talking about, right? Now, for me, I understand that. The average person doesn't. So this second kind of segue is a reason that a lot of these individuals will avoid divulging certain types of information, discussing certain subjects, or getting away from like the core of what they do, what they preach, and what they talk about, right? These are these artificial barriers that are created that inhibit people from doing it. Now, the consumer doesn't even realize they're involved in that behavior, right? But number two, now the creator, the person who is out there creating, now runs into a specific scenario where they either have to evolve as an individual to be able to bypass what I just described, or they're going to do what most people do, which is not become even aware of that dynamic and just say, well, I'm not going to do it. Now, what's the world's fix to what I just said? They insert this imaginary and invisible, because I brought it up and I'll bring it up again, this invisible book of how you're supposed to do things and how the etiquette is in certain situations. Like these first two dynamics that I just described on this episode fall under this boat, right? This book of how to, educate people and how to teach those rules. Now it's the unwritten book. And I say that because obviously this doesn't exist, but I'm always asking around, the random people giving that everyday advice that everybody just regurgitates. Where did that shit come from? Is there like this manual that everybody refers to that I still haven't been given or taught? Because if I haven't, please give it to me so I can critique the shit out of it. Please. Please. So now we create a situation where consumer and creator or producer clash. One has false expectations and weird pressures that they're trying to put on the other, right? Meaning the consumer to the producer. And the producer has this kind of block in their mind now. Well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to conduct my business? So now both impede each other, both make each other uncomfortable. And overall, it's not It's not pleasant. This is why I've always been an advocate of doing things, as an example, the way that I do it. Okay. When you look at your intellectual property, which is your social media, technically, right? If we're going to run this through like a computer system, technically you can say that that's your house. We can say your Facebook is your house, right? It's free. Everybody has access to it, right? Up until the last couple of years where they started censoring you. But let's go back to when it originally came out. Technically, this is my intellectual property and I have rights to it. It's my account. I post on it. I have my wall. I have my Instagram. I have my YouTube, right? Now, with that said, when I put out a video or we create an audio file on podcast or whatever, yes, we put it out. However, the end user, the consumer, comes to us. Do they not? You have to click on the episode and come to my page and come to my profile, right? And watch my stuff. So if you really think about that, what gives anybody the right to tell you what to do, to bitch and complain, to try to get you to delete it, right? Again, think of these first two examples I gave. What gives anybody that right? That's like somebody breaking into my home, standing in my living room, and then pointing at stuff and bitching. Oh, you need to take that painting down. How dare you have that painting? It's like, motherfucker, you're in my house. Get the fuck out. It's literally the same thing, what I just described. Right? But imagine if that second scenario of somebody coming into your home, imagine that second scenario where somebody comes into your home, right? And now, like we see the world is today, that now has been said to be okay. Think about that. You being a homeowner now, you're like, fuck, man, I'm going to have these random motherfuckers in my house, so I can't even create or build my home to my taste. So I'm going to have to think, well, what do I want? Plus, what does everybody else want, right? Now, you being that owner of that space, it becomes uncomfortable because now you're in a contradiction, right? You're conflicting with yourself. You want to do this, but then you're not thinking for yourself. You're thinking for yourself and other people. But you can never please everybody, right? When you look and just from your perspective and you do things your way, it's one way. When you're trying to please other people and do it for everybody else, there's a million gazillion different ways. How many people are on the earth? 6 fucking billion, right? So follow me here. So now going back to the first two examples I gave of why these creators and producers will hesitate with these types of things or choose this path that most people are choosing, it's because of that. It's because of that. They'll say you can only do this, right? And try to push it on you. They'll say you're crazy, right? That's number two. And let's keep going down the line. Number three, right? That book that I mentioned, this book of life, where apparently you're supposed to do things a certain way. This is being spoon-fed to people. It's this underlying, unwritten, unspoken agreement that everybody has engaged in unknowingly, right? But everybody's held to that kind of standard. Just like when you go to a social event, very few people are just open, honest, and transparent with you. Everybody has their fucking social mask. Hey, hi, right? Have you ever stopped to think why that type of shit happens? Where did this unspoken, unwritten, just underlying agreement come from? Now, in a specific scenario and context, right, you go to this, right? Let's say you go to a formal dinner. Yeah, they say this small fork is for the salad. Okay, that's outlined on purpose. Sure. I'm not talking about that. How about how you run your business? Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Okay, who's that authority who said this and that and deemed that good or bad? That's where I want to go. That's what I want to find out. You see? Because when you look at my perspective, again, let's just look at my business, because this is where people get it fucked up. To some people looking from the outside, because I get censored so much, they think something is wrong. Let me remind everybody, my life now in every area is better than it's ever been. I'm making a lot more money before, actually during and post this C situation, right? Can't even say it anymore, right? This whole worldwide situation. Everything is doing better, except for views, right? Because of the censorship and shadow banning and stuff. But everything is improved. So when you look at all these supposed, in quotes, rules that I'm breaking, my business is exploding. My real estate team is in 13 fucking states and growing. And we're about to expand into 2 or 3 more states like this. We're opening up an office in Central Florida. I'm going to that grand opening pretty soon. So if that book that they said of rules I was supposed to follow, and I did literally the exact opposite, what's going on? Right? But see, there's a certain pressure that you have to deal with, another set of circumstances and hurdles that you have to deal with and challenges when you elect to choose this route. Because you will have to do the work, and then you have to deal with everybody else's bullshit on the outside. And a lot of people don't want to do that. I will willingly do it. Why? Because that's a rite of passage. To take it to the next level, live a life that other people can't live, and carry yourself in a way that other people cannot. This is the path. This is that hidden path to take you to that level. I'm not interested in living like other people, being treated like other people. No. I walked a different path and did different things, and that's fine. But I'm here to tell you that it's not wrong to do this. It's not, well, it's so much harder. Try living like everybody else. That shit is fucking hard. Imagine right now living in fear 24/7, like most people out in society right now. It's sad. I don't want to live like that. Do you? How about your business? How many of you want to take steps and do things for your business that other people have fooled you into thinking you can't do? And then instead of you doing it, you listen to them and you suffer because of it. How about same thing for your relationships and friendships? Some of you probably want to tell a friend, in quotes, of yours to get the fuck out of your life, and you won't because you think that's wrong and you can't do it, even though that person is sucking you dry like a leech. Draining all your energy, maybe money, emotions, time, takes advantage of you. You're following that bullshit unwritten book of how things are supposed to be and how you're supposed to act and what you're supposed to do. I see this. I've experienced this. I've gone through it. I've been on both fucking sides. And I can tell you that being on this side, man, it is so much better overall. Even everyday scenarios, the way that you think about them. Let's say right now you're struggling in your business. If you were on this side like I am, let's say you're going through some challenges, maybe you're not getting as many sales as you want or whatever, you would have a different perspective. You wouldn't be freaking out. There wouldn't be 1 ounce of stress in you. You would be looking at it from a higher perspective. Your planning sessions would be different. Your next mode of action would be different. But if you're thinking and being like everybody else, you get into desperation mode. You try to change everything. Oh my God, we need to do something new. And you become this chicken with your head cut off like everybody else. So that's what happens for many people. You want to make the change. You start making the change, acting, being, doing different. But then you fall into certain habits and tendencies of what the old you and the average person does. And that's what keeps you stuck at the current level that you're at. Why in 2021, and everybody listening to this podcast is an adult, right? I specifically flag it as explicit for that reason. 18 and over, adults. Why, being an adult in 2021, especially if you follow me, would you live your life based on other people's assumptions or suggestions when they have no idea where you're going and who you want to be? Why? If you listen back to the first 2 examples I gave when I started this episode 20, 30 minutes ago, someone else says something, right? Oh, you're only supposed to do this. It's like, why? Why are you even engaging with that thought? When I hear shit like that, it goes in one ear and out the other. I don't even acknowledge it. I don't even acknowledge it. But see, in the everyday world, to the average person in their existence, they have to acknowledge that. They're coming to me saying, well, mommy and daddy don't want me to do it, but I want to do it. What do I say? It's like, dude, what do you mean? What do you say? You live your own fucking life. Crazy, man. All right, I'll end it here. I don't want this episode to be too long. If you guys are listening to this, remember the 29th and the 30th, we're doing lunch and learn trainings here in Central Florida, one in Lakeland, and then we will do one in Orlando. right? And then we're doing a grand opening for our Central Florida office. So we'll see you guys there. You can RSVP for that on Facebook. The other ones, you need a link for the lunch and learns. I'll direct you to the link for you to sign up. I think we have a couple spots left in Orlando and like 5 or 10 more in Lakeland. So let me know. And other than that, if you guys are interested, I'm doing my next Modern Success event next month, right? It's members only, but that's the type of stuff that I do for my members. There's always a lot of extras, right? We do it twice a year, briancasella.com, or you can go to the link in my bio on Instagram. All right. That's it. Peace.